Hey, it's Deb Coons, your trusted real estate specialist. I'm back with another Tuesday's Tips from the Trenches. Today, my guest is very special to me because she's my very own real estate coach, Leah Shinn. Leah came over to eXp about a year and a half ago. Amanda Williams has brought Leah in as the coach for the entire group at World Cappers, which consists of over 220 agents worldwide. So, Leah, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just start out with you just telling us a little bit about, who you are and how you came, to be the coach at eXp.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Deb. Yeah, so I have been in real estate going on 29 years this year. Every side from timeshare to titles to mortgages, residential, new construction. Um, and I recently, 2 years ago, had an opportunity to come to Mazatlan, Mexico, and run an office and a team here. And things weren't exactly as they were planned to be, but I love Mazatlan. So I reached out to Amanda as the traveling realtor who lives in Cabo to see what kind of opportunities she had. My big passion and why I found out after 29 years of being in real estate is training and coaching. And she's given me the opportunity to do that worldwide back in the United States and stay. I get to do what I love and live where I love. So that's what brought me here, and what's brought me to you guys. And the last year and a half has been absolutely amazing.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much. I know that you're going to be laying some great content on us, so we're really looking forward to it. Leah, if there was one thing that you could share with somebody about your real estate career, what would it be?
And the biggest thing for me would probably be is if you are on your real estate journey is really to find your passions, find your why. I spent, like I said, 29 years in real estate, and it wasn't until the last 5 or 6 years that I really started to love what I do. I wake up every morning without an alarm clock. I found, I mean, I was good at everything else that I did, but I didn't love it. I didn't love waking up every morning. And I realized that my big why was to change lives through real estate and to share my knowledge and to see people grow and to help them build their real estate careers. And it's absolutely rewarding for me. And so I challenge you whether you're a new agent or an agent that's been in the business but just doesn't want to get up every day, figure out what your why is and figure out what you love to do, because it may not be residential, it may be Airbnb, it may be investing, it may be coaching and training. Figure out what that is, and you'll never feel like you worked another day in your life.
Wow, awesome. Okay. So, Leah, what is your favorite or most memorable story about one of your coaching clients?
Oh, that's a hard one, Deb. I've coached with a bunch of people in the last 5 years. And I'm going to generalize this one. The biggest thing for me is seeing my agents achieve their goals, right? So I've taken, I think one of my specialties are new agents, and a lot of the new agents are dual careered. So what like I love to see is we start off with how do they, if they want to get out of that first career that they're in because they want to see their new dreams come to fruition, that's what's memorable to me, to see somebody who's starting off and still working a full-time 40-hour job and able to actually thrive and follow the systems and models and tools and actually have stepped out. I have a bunch of agents that are now full-time cappers, and most of them we got into production within the first 60 to 90 days and out of their second job within 180. And so
Wow.
that's memorable to me because I feel like that's life changing and life altering. And that's my big why. So that's the stuff that, is I thrive on. And it just brings joy to my heart to see these people growing and doing what they're doing.
Great, great. Awesome. So, Leah, having been in real estate for 29 years and having worked at other brokerages, what made you make the jump to eXp?
Well, that's an interesting one, Deb. As I had stated earlier, I actually moved to Mexico with a brokerage that I had been with for a very long time. I've also explored other brokerages and teams. Um, my big thing when I was making a change was that I needed to get back to what I loved and what I wanted to do. And I also wanted to stay in Mazatlan. I've established a life here. I love it here. And so I explored some options. And having been licensed in North Carolina and been there for the last 19 years, Obviously, once Amanda got into real estate, we had met one time, I think about 4 years ago at a training event. And I think we were both trying to agent attract or recruit each other to our firms. But other than that, we've just really been following each other on Facebook, like not really having a full relationship. But having been following her, obviously Amanda, the traveling realtor, and knew she was in Cabo, which is just a hop over the ocean for me. We're directly 30-minute flight across the ocean from each other. I was like, that would probably be the best person for me to reach out to, because if she's doing her job from Cabo, she probably wouldn't have a problem with me doing a job for her from Mazatlan.
Wow.
So I just out of the blue reached out to her and asked her if she was hiring for something that I could do remotely. I did have some other opportunities that I was working through on the table with my other places. And we started talking, and she wanted to bring on an onboarder, someone to help her. It's not a team, right? Because none of us pay splits to Amanda. It's just a group. We call it our tribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I want to bring somebody on to help hold these people's hands and do that. And I said, I don't have a problem doing that, because again, I really want to stay here, but my passion and my why is really coaching and training and doing that, and still fully licensed in North Carolina. And she said, well, let's give this a go. And we talked through it. It was a really rough decision for me, because the decision was not based on eXp at all. The decision was based on the fact that here is a tribe leader, a group leader, who's willing to pour into people that aren't even paying splits to her. And in 29 years, I had never seen a model like this, where the person was willing to support their downline in essential to make them grow, because it's a win-win, and everyone has ownership in the company. But I had to sit on it for a little while, because I can't tell you there weren't some times that I had told other people not to venture over to the brokerage myself. But that's because I didn't understand the model. And I don't know that I fully understood it either when I made the move, other than the fact that I had to onboard just like a normal agent would. And when I started my onboarding process and I started to see forget what Amanda was offering for free to her agents, because that's huge. Like, who you come in under is huge. The support we have, the group coachings we have, the network, the private Facebook groups. What eXp itself had to offer blew my mind. I couldn't even, like, over 80 hours of training, all of it recorded. So you don't have to be somewhere at a certain time to see it.
Right.
The fact that you could go into the world and talk to your broker, tech support, and human resources and get answers to all of those things within 10 minutes. And that's just something I wasn't used to. And I've been in brick and mortar my entire life until I made this change. So it was a little awkward in the beginning. But the one thing that was very surprising to me was I've always been about culture and being a part of something and being around people. If you know me, if anyone watching knows me, I am a people person. I've never felt more part of a family and a culture and a community than I have in the last year and a half. Wow. And Amanda and I have only gotten together twice, and one of them just last week since I've been working with her. But we're considered partners. We're growing this together. And the fact that I get to coach pretty much worldwide, I can grow Mexico, I can grow North Carolina, I can do a lot of things. And the passive income that I've started to receive is amazing. So there was a lot of reasons for it, but the biggest reason, so backtracking for 1 second, Amanda realized very quickly that my skills were not better for onboarding. They were much better for coaching and training. We've grown our numbers substantially, and keeping the agents, the new agents, especially in production. And that's my big why. And I just think it's absolutely amazing that she would pay somebody like me to come in and coach her people for free. I mean, they don't pay a dime for me. And she pays me, and we work through our stuff together. But other than that, I'm available to the agents 24/7 for coaching and training in North Carolina, because I'm still licensed there. So it's been an opportunity of a lifetime, and it's been so fulfilling for me and my big why. And it's just awesome to see the growth and everything that we have here at eXp. And it's the best decision I've made in 29 years. So
Woohoo! That just makes me want to break out in applause, honestly. That's awesome. Yeah, and I just have to kind of add to that. You're absolutely right about being associated with Amanda Williams and the World Cappers team. It's been wonderful for me. And I definitely love being associated with you and all the coaching that you give me, and even just being on this call. Like, I really appreciate, like, whatever it is that I've ever needed. You're just you're right there, and even though you're in Mexico, you're very accessible. And I second what you're saying about the community. I mean, it is a phenomenal environment. It's a great community environment. Everybody helps everybody else. We have a wonderful, atmosphere, a team atmosphere throughout the whole company. So, uh,
And that's one of the other cool things too, is that a lot of people go, oh, Amanda Williams, but Amanda's just as available as I am, and I love it. Like, her and I will get on calls with agents together if we need to. We kind of tag team certain things because I'm more residential and contract training and that kind of stuff, and obviously her area of expertise is her Airbnb and her arbitrage. And so we really take the time to see what it is that the agents need from us in that moment. And if I have an agent on a call with me and I know that she can be a better asset to them, then we switch it over, and vice versa. And we listen to our agents, and we give them the tools to help them grow and to grow into what they want. So it's not one box for everybody. If you want to do residential, then and how many transactions do you want to do? What is it that you want to accomplish? And we build those programs and those training programs based on each individual. And so it's not what do we do in 30, 60, 90? It's what can I do to help you hit your goals and your life-changing goals that you want to see happen. And that's what I find is absolutely amazing. And Amanda gives me the freedom to just work with these agents on a confidentiality level, whether it's mindset and goal setting or foundation building. And that's what, again, in 29 years, I've never seen anything so unique. And we work amazingly well together with that. And we're growing. And this year is going to be even better. And I look forward to working with more and more people every day. And I love to see these agents hitting their goals and succeeding. So.
awesome. Woohoo! All right. Well, thank you so much, Leah, for taking the time to do this interview. And hey, guys, I wanted to let you know, Leah just sent me a message that she's offering a free 30-minute coaching session. She'll cover anything that you want to talk about in your business. So contact me for additional information. And thank you so much, Leah. That is an awesome thing.
No problem. It's what I love to do. And if anybody's interested in just spending 30 minutes talking about, your business or how you can grow or anything you want to talk about, it's completely open and completely confidential. And so I'd be glad to do it. Just get in touch with Deb, and she knows how to get on my calendar for sure. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, guys. And like I said before, stay tuned for more Tuesdays Tips from the Trenches.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.